Hi, welcome to Commute, the show where I drive to work and back. I'm recording this through my phone, which I normally do, but it's plugged into my car because it's dying. So I don't know if this is going to sound like shit, if it's trying to use my microphone in the car or not. I can't listen to the audio. I'm in a hurry. I'm actually running late because I just finished the stream and I thought, hey, on the way to work, I'm so excited, I should record a commute just for the sake of having it. It's nice, you know? So I just finished streaming and it was amazing. You know, for a long time there, I was streaming a lot and I was kind of getting disinterested and kind of hating it. And I have very mixed opinions on streaming. I think it's a very toxic thing, like the way it's set up and all the people that do it professionally. But I think there is a way for it to not be toxic. I think even though the system itself encourages sort of a toxic sort of parasocial relationship with your audience, I think that it can be positive. It can be a positive influence on the people that watch, and it can be entertaining. And it can be fun. It doesn't have to be this, like, evil thing that I'm putting it out to be, you know? But I don't know. Right now I'm driving in my car on the way to work. I'm going to be late. I grabbed an ice cream bar so I could eat something. And then I decided, I'm going to record my weird podcast where I talk to myself on the way to work. But I had a blast. I felt so excited. I feel like I should document it, you know? Because I have such a negative view on streaming, and I feel like it's important to document a moment where I actually think it's good. So, after 2 months of being on break, I came back. My biggest fan was there. They've been watching me forever. I think it's sort of like I don't know. I think they're watching me a lot. Like, they have 180,000 points. They're just collecting points nonstop, which some would say is unhealthy, but I would say, you know, they're just trying. They just want someone to talk to, you know, and they're enjoying it. They're having a fun show. They're supporting a creator. Like, why not? And I think Spikey's great. I've had other viewers that came in today. A woman named Alice came in, and she was having fun. Lion Roshi came in. They were interesting. They tried to catch the stream. Redo came back. They watched a lot of my previous year's stream, I think they were there during that, and God of War, I think. And they came back. A lot of people. There were some other people in there too. It was very nice to have, like, an audience that's live. And I think I was very good. I think I did a good job. That was a good stream. Those are rare, you know? I wish every stream could be like that stream. Maybe every stream can be like that stream. I don't know. Alright, I'm at my first stop sign. I have 29 minutes to make it to work. I'm going to eat this ice cream, regardless of whether or not I will be late to work, which I probably will be. Because fuck capitalism. They're not going to fire me for being 5 minutes late. Well, maybe they will. They've actually been cracking down recently about people being late, and I wasn't late until yesterday, where I was 1 minute late. I ran at full speed to try to not be late, and I just drive too slow, and I happened to leave just a little too late. I have to actually go faster today. I don't like driving fast. It's very unsafe. Welcome to the podcast where you listen to me chew on ice cream. I wish I could say it's sea salt, but it's not. It's fudge. Fudge. apologize, Green. I really hope this isn't using my car mic. I don't think it is. I disconnected it. But it might be. It might be. The sound wave looks different, though, so it's probably not. But I had a blast. It was great. I tried out my new pedal I bought. I was doing zooms. I showed off the model and all the cool things I can do that I never do. Revealing my true form. I came up with a bunch of great bits. I did a commentary on Kingdom Hearts. The first of many Kingdom Hearts Criterion commentaries. If you don't know, the Criterion commentary, there's a thing called the Criterion Collection where they collect the greatest movies of all time. And they have very famous directors and big names and important creative people come on and do the Criterion commentaries, where they sit down and they talk about why a movie is great. I've never actually seen it. I've always wanted to watch that, but I just never got around to it. But I thought it would be funny to do that, but for Kingdom Hearts. Because that's basically what this stream has turned into. Now that people actually who watch my Kingdom Hearts stuff came on, I got to talk very deeply about the Kingdom Hearts commentary. So we talked all about the interpretation of Kingdom Hearts. And as I played the game, I went through different lore-related things. And I basically discussed various points. And I also made tons of jokes. Actually, because Spiky in the audience doesn't know anything about Kingdom Hearts and doesn't care about it, they make the best bits about it. So we've created a fake lore. So it's fun to put that in the commentary. It was nice. It was nice to have like a full audience watching and chatting and having a good time. There is something to like the parasocial connection of like talking to someone who's a fan of your work through the internet directly while doing something, discussing specific topics. Like, streaming is a thing that is, like, I think positive in some way. But it's a very, I feel very uncomfortable talking to strangers in general. So when I'm streaming, I enjoyed the show. I like the show I'm putting on. And talking to the audience is great. But I don't know. I always battle with the ethics of Twitch. I guess if I wasn't streaming, someone worse could be, you know? Because there's a lot of impressionable people on Twitch, and I worry for that parasocial connection and how it can be manipulated. And sometimes I don't know if ethically I should even be on Twitch, just because of what all live streaming kind of has become with Kick and everything. And there's you know, all the lolcow streaming and the IRL streams and like the Sam Hyde side of the internet, you know? People getting doxxed, people getting swatted. Like, it's a dangerous and terrifying place to be on Twitch. And I remembered hearing Iron Mouse talk about when she first came to Twitch, like her early streams. She talked about how she used to stream on YouNow, and she said that she was scared to come to Twitch, and that everybody that was in her audience was saying that, like, Twitch is a very dangerous and scary place. And she said that she loved Twitch when she got there. But I don't know. I feel like Twitch is a mirror. And it kind of gives you the audience that you put out for. Like, the audience you're trying to attract is hopefully what you get. But you don't know, because Twitch's algorithm isn't as sophisticated as YouTube's. Twitch doesn't have discoverability. Twitch just is random and not as well made with its algorithm. Discoverability on Twitch is very, very low, and it's hard to find new people. And Twitch is more like a space where you already take an audience you have and you bring it there. And I feel like a place like Moment, like a live streaming place, where you sell tickets and you do a show, I feel like maybe that's the kind of thing I should be doing. But I don't want to charge people, you know? I really am the kind of person that believes that media should be free. Even though I make it and I do want to be paid for my work, I don't like the idea of charging people for it. That might be idealistic, that might be really stupid, but I don't know. I just, like, if I did theater, I don't know, I feel like I'd be okay if people paid for tickets for theater. So I don't know why, when it suddenly becomes online, it's different. I guess because the advertising is there. But then also, if you're getting all your money from advertisers, then you're working for advertisers, which is a whole other toxic capitalist thing. Is that all the internet is? Just, it's there to sell ads and that's it? A marketplace of ideas where you get your money from views, like from advertising? It's a place where anyone can share their ideas and gather a following based on those ideas. But it's designed to make money off those ideas. And that creates a very vicious cycle of people exploiting it for money and using bad ideas to, one, spread terrible ideologies, and two, to exploit people's beliefs for money, the same way that news organizations have done now. It's like, not only had the integrity of journalism and news degraded now to a purely capitalist-based thing, but now creativity is being, like, independent creative thought is being turned into exploitation. Like, they somehow managed to take even that. But I don't know. I feel like Edgar Allan Poe and, like, a bunch of the early essayists, like American essayists, I'm sure they felt bad that there were ads next to their stories in the paper. Or maybe they didn't because they wanted money, but, like, I'm sure that was a moral question at the time. Because they were essayists. They were speaking to an audience directly in a second-person sort of medium. They were talking about ideas and beliefs and telling stories and entertaining in exchange for money. It's the same system we have today, just now it's online through like a visual medium. And like 20 years ago, it was like newspapers and columns and advice sections in newspapers and that kind of writing. And then the video component was like short films and like indie films. I don't know. Sometimes I think the internet will either be the thing that finally allows everyone access to being creative and access to audiences. Like, it's this tool that allows anyone to create and anyone to explore their ideas and be a part of the world and the conversation of the zeitgeist of humanity, you know, connecting to the collective unconscious of humanity. But it also is exploiting everyone and invading the homes of everyone who's ever lived, and monopolizing their time. Like, the companies literally own all of our time now. Not just like when we're staring at a TV for a couple of hours, not just when we're reading a newspaper, not just when we're reading a couple of books or we're at school, but they own us when we're relaxing now. We're not just paying them money in exchange for a good. We're giving them money eternally for the privilege of relaxing. And even when we don't give them money, our eyes are being exploited for money. Because everywhere we go and everything we interact with is based around advertising. I don't know. It's an interesting thing to think about. This is a very good conversation, but I'm worried that it's not being recorded properly. Also, I have 17 minutes to make it to work, so I'm going to speed up a little bit. There's someone behind me. It's raining. I really don't want a deer to jump out. It's going to be a huge pain in the ass. I had some really great ideas for this show, for some like future episode ideas. I want to get more improvised and add a little bit more into the concept. But today I wanted to just talk about how excited I am about today. Today was such a good stream. I think I haven't had that much fun on stream in a very long time. Maybe when I was playing God of War, I had a little bit of that. But I don't know. I love streaming when it's good. Like when the audience is having a good time, when there's people coming in and out, when I have a goal and I'm meeting that goal, and it's a limited amount of time and then it ends, and it's a limited like schedule of streaming, and it's not like every week forever. I really enjoy it. Like when I am in control of the stream, I love it. The problem with streaming is when you're not in control. When you stream out of obligation, when you're forced to do things specifically to satiate your audience, or when your audience is not diverse, where there aren't different opinions in your audience, then it gets kind of toxic, you know? I like when there's a discussion going on. So I did like the Kingdom Hearts commentary. I think the only time the show got kind of bad were two moments. One was when I was talking about Attack on Titan. I went off topic from the central thesis of the video, which is to, the stream, which is like a Kingdom Hearts commentary. But we went on a tangent talking about Attack on Titan because there was nothing more to say in the moment, because at each boss fight, basically, there was like a lull for me, where I feel like I want to. The thing about the way I stream, my stream has always been based around the Dark Souls way of streaming, because that's the first game I ever played streaming. My streams are always an uphill struggle against the game, right? So you're here cheering me on as I fight something difficult. I'm taking on a challenge, and the game is trying to beat me. So you want to see me fail a little, but you don't want to see me fail completely. Because if the game wins too many times, then the stream gets boring and people leave. Every 15 minutes, I have to win. If I don't, then the game sucks. Like, the stream sucks and people start leaving. So I have to always be moving, always talking about more interesting things about the game itself. And I think, for me personally, that's what streaming is for me. Streaming for me is a person putting on a show, doing a specific thing every stream. They're like, I'm doing this today. This is what we are doing. And I think it works best when the audience is also contributing to that thing, speaking with the stream itself. And I think that it's best like that, you know, without any of the parasocial, like, oh, I'm just going to sit here and talk to the audience for 45 minutes. And without the, like, directly just, we're just chatting like every VTuber does, where for the first half of their stream, they just talk to their audience. Because it gets more engagement than if they don't. And I don't like it where it's just specifically a speed run. Like, they're just doing the speed run, and that's all it is, right? It's just the game. And it's just the gameplay and the skill. It's like, are they going to win the game or not? That shouldn't be what it's about. It should be about the struggle, and it should add something to the game. So I think a stream should either be someone who has played a game in and out and knows everything about the game, someone who knows absolutely nothing about the game, and you're seeing them play it for the first time, or someone with incredible skill destroying a game in some way. I always thought that's what's a good stream. But there are all kinds of streams, you know. There's people that do hot tub streams where they just talk while they're in a hot tub. Like, all kinds of things. Reaction streams. People will just watch other people's content endlessly and hopefully add commentary, but most of the time, because they're streaming for 12 hours a day because their contract forces them to for their $1 million salaries, suddenly you get Hassan not in his chair, or you get XQC re-uploading an entire YouTube video with him in the corner saying nothing. And those are problems caused by the system itself and people doing it just for the money. I mean, Hassan is also doing it for his political beliefs, but it's mostly just for the money. I really doubt Hassan. I think he cares about what he's talking about, but I really doubt it's not just about the money, you know? If he truly cared about, like, his beliefs of, like, what is it? Not, like, the rich sucking, he wouldn't be rich. Like, he would get rid of all of that money. But I don't know. I can't really... I mean, if I got money... I mean, I hate the rich as much as the next guy, but if I became rich, I don't know if I would stop being rich, you know? I'm glad I'm not tempted with that. I think if I became truly, truly successful and got paid for my work, I'd be really happy. But I think after a certain point, if you make more than 85 grand a year, it's extra bullshit you don't need. I almost wish there was a way to cap the amount of money a person could make. Because there was a couple studies a while back that were about how if you make 85 grand a year, that's the perfect amount of money to make in America. That it gives you just enough to pay all your bills, do all your things, and be able to go on a vacation or two, and pay for all your kids and college. It's like the exact amount of money a human needs to be truly happy in a capitalist society. Otherwise, any less, and you're struggling, and you're always worried and stressed in some way about money or about medical needs. And if you make more than that, you're always worried about taxes and whether or not the, like, poor people are going to steal your money or your stuff or attack you, and you get more and more paranoid and bigoted and terrible the more money you get. And it corrupts you very quickly, and in order to get that much money, you have to be a very bad person. And you have to not care about anything and not have a purpose in life, so then you become these evil people that are in charge of the world, you know? I think the key is to be, like, right in that sweet spot. Right before you're happy. I make like 10 grand a year, so I have nothing I can say. I make nothing. But I'm pretty happy, regardless. I wasn't always happy, and I'm not always happy, but today was a good day. Today was a very happy day. And I really enjoyed that stream, and it reminds me of some of the old Jedi Fallen Order streams I did. And, man, I know my style. You know what I mean? I think I know how I stream. Maybe that's all it was. Maybe I didn't make success in any of that because I was getting good. And now that I'm sort of at, like, doing it this way, maybe I can be happy streaming. I don't know. This was going to be my last one. I was going to quit. And now I don't think I'm going to quit. At least not yet. Anyway, in other news, someone just pulled up from my side, and I've never brought it up on this show yet. But every time I'm driving down the road and someone drives from, like, left or right and they're about to cross, I immediately panic inside for a split second and feel my heart sink as adrenaline rushes through my entire body because I feel like they're going to T-bone me every single time. That's my anxiety. Talking. I have 6 minutes, by the way, to make it to work, and I am probably 3 minutes away. So this show's going to end very quickly. And the second I get there, I'm going to stop, end the recording, run in, punch in, and then talk. Basically listen back to this to see if it's broken or not. And if it's broken, no one will hear this. And if it's not broken, then this will come out probably, I don't know when, because it's an extra one. This might be the one for this week, or I might throw it up anyway out of nowhere. I don't know. I like this show. I like having a place to vent about things, to talk about ideas and concepts, things that are happening in my life, comments, and just to come up with dumb little improv bits, because I have so many really funny bits I want to try in this show. I might do one that's just like all bits. But I don't know. It's fun. I'm very excited for everything. You know, the future. I'm really enjoying this stream. I thought these 3 months were going to be a living hell, and maybe they will be. This could be the start of a downward spiral of insanity. But I'm actually having a blast, and part of me deep down thinks that maybe I've finally found this cycle. Someone is turning. They're just driving in the turn lane. There you go. They turn it now. But yeah, I realize when I bring up things that I see on the road, I feel like that's going to become a bigger bit. That's going to become a bit in this show. As a warning. But yeah, I had a blast. Maybe I just streamed too much. Maybe these events should be shorter and more frequent, rather than, 3 a year that are really long. I don't know. I like the 2-month off thing. There's something about that that's really freeing. So you stream for 3 months, and then you take 2 months off, and then you stream for 3 months, and then you take 2 months off. Like, I kind of like that. There's 3, and then 2 off, and then 3, and then 2 off. That's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's 10 months. Yeah, that wouldn't work in a year. You'd have to have a middle one where you stream for 1 month, and then you take a month off on either end. Or you take 1 month off before it. I know for a fact I take December off. I got to enjoy my Crimbus time. But I don't know, people are really lonely on Christmas. I've done a couple of Christmas streams, and that might be nice for people. Anyway, I have 3 minutes, and I have to work for a very long time tonight. I gotta make donuts, and then I have to get done with all the donuts by 3 a.m., even though there's gonna be like a 15 dozen donut to order today. And then after that, I gotta go and make cookies. I made a shit ton of cookies yesterday. Today I'm gonna make just the 3 basics. I didn't make chocolate chip yesterday and sugar, and I regret it. I should have. My boss told me just make sugar and chocolate chip because they're gonna sell out every time. And then I didn't make them yesterday, and I feel like she's probably mad that I didn't do that. But I don't know. We'll see how many cookies got bought, if it actually matters. Let's call it an experiment. If all the cookies are still missing, then it doesn't matter what fucking cookies I put out. I'll put out the chocolate chips, but I'm just saying. I didn't get chocolate chips yesterday because I didn't have any. I'd have to go find them somewhere. Just cookie talk. Anyway, I got 2 minutes to make it in, so I'm at my parking spot. It's very nice talking to you. I hope this recording isn't broken. I hope this is a real episode and I didn't just talk to myself for 30 minutes. But whatever. Commute is the show where I drive to work. Where you sit shotgun with me as I drive to work, you know? That's what I just did. Nobody listens to this show anyway. Maybe a few people did. Anyway, I will see you next time. Probably sooner rather than later. Probably less than a week if I release multiples of these. Thanks for listening. Cringe you later. Bye.